Hey everyone, my name is Charlie and this is Charlie, and today we are going to be reacting to the Booker Prize Longlist. What can they expect from us, Charlie?
There's all sorts of things. Mostly screaming, drama. Did we scream actually? I don't know if we did scream.
Charlie screamed.
I always scream.
I'm not going to say which Charlie screamed, but Charlie, there was an audible gasp.
There was some swearing. It was everything. A little bit of everything, I think.
A little bit of everything is probably what everybody can hope for when it comes to a Charlie and Charlie chat.
You know, Glory's on there. You've got Glory. Trust.
I just got approved for that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I'm interested in it.
Somebody got me that.
The trees! I told you the trees! What did I tell you, Charlie? I'm psychic. I checked. Psychic. Psychic, Charlie. Spoof.
Oh.
Okay, we said that. That nearly made our list last time.
It nearly made our list.
This is a good list so far. What the fuck is that? I shouldn't swear, should I? Should I not swear?
That's fine. I swear, Alan Garner, Macclesfield writer.
Oh, that's good. The 7 Moons. Oh, that cover's amazing. 7 Moons of Maali.
Oh.
I think that lots of people will be upset about that. I'm interested to read this. This was going to be a Christmas book. Case study.
Fraser just mentioned that one last night.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
Oh.
So, and the colony, we knew the colony.
See, I knew there was a reason I got... My library had a vendetta against me. We knew it!
Oh, we knew this!
We said psychic. We are psychic.
I swear. Nightcrawling, yes! So happy for that. I knew Nightcrawling. Yes, so happy for that. I don't know what this is.
Okay, we haven't heard of this one.
I'll say we knew that we would get some that we didn't know heard of. Is that it then? That's it. Oh, William!
I didn't know it was eligible.
Charlie! So happy for you. That means I have to read the other ones. Oh, that's a brilliant long list. Oh my God, that is a proper brilliant long list. Out of our list, we need to go back so
Yeah,
and look at how many we've got.
I'm going to open it onto the website so that we can... Charlie can calm down. Oh my goodness. I can't
We
believe
need Charlie to calm down as well.
I
And
can't
do you
believe
know
how
what?
enthusiastic I was.
There's
Am I
nothing
really
on there that I'm like really pissed about, if you know what I mean. Oh my God, this is a really good list, Charlie. We're gonna love this list.
I'm just... I mean, can we just talk about some surprises here right now, Charlie?
Yes. What?
No Young Mungo.
No Young Mungo.
Don't have to read that. No to Paradise. Don't have to read that.
Out the door.
No Crossroads. Don't have to read that.
Bye bye, Crossroads.
Oh.
There's some really good ones on here. And also they're not all really long, which I think, and there's a good like mixture of like styles and stuff, it looks like.
We've got Glory by NoViolet, which I didn't know that this book was out. I discovered this book when I was with Sarah and Leo in Manchester. NoViolet Bulawayo was previously shortlisted in 2013 with We Need New Names, and this is a book in which all of the characters are animals. I keep saying it's like the animals of Farthing Woods. I'm maybe clutching onto the idea that it could even be like the Disney version of Robin Hood.
Animals talking and stuff like that.
Yeah. Then we have Trust by Hernan Diaz, which I am pretty sure I got approved for an arc of this last week, so let me just check. I asked for an e-arc of Trust by Hernan Diaz on NetGalley last week and got approved because people were speculating it could be on here on the Booker Boy Book Club. And this is set in the 1920s, and everyone in New York has heard of Benjamin and Helen Rask. He is a legendary Wall Street tycoon. She is the brilliant daughter of eccentric aristocrats. Secrets around their affluence and grandeur have incited gossip, and at what cost have they acquired their immense fortune, which is the mystery at the centre of a novel which everyone seems to have read. And Hernan Diaz's trust brilliantly puts the story of these characters into conversation with other accounts and intention with the life and perspectives of a young woman bent on disentangling fact from fiction.
Sounds good. Did KDBooks like this one? I can't remember. Did Kieran like this one? I can't remember. He must have done it. I think he did. I can't remember
whether Kieran liked this one.
I feel like he did. I feel like it was a favourite. So I think this might be another priority one.
Then we have The Trees by Percival Everett, which you gave me for my birthday, based on seeing, was it Eric Carlin?
No, I'd seen, I feel like, yes, Eric talked about it and anyway, but before then, I feel like, was it Russell from Ink and Paper blog, I think, mentioned it?
I don't know. As I said to you on the day, I had not heard about
There are others that I've seen mention it, and I was just like, and I know like the premise was, I was like, this sounds really, really good. And obviously like it got put on Eric's, and we trust Eric because Eric's an amazing judge of character, obviously, but it's not character, judge of books, you know what I mean.
And then we have Booth by Karen Joy Fowler, which we originally had on our wish list, but we removed. I mean, I do believe that there might be 2 books that were on our wish list that are on here, mightn't there? Then we have Treacle Walker by Alan Garner, which interests me because Alan Garner wrote about Macclesfield in the book The Weird Stone of Brisingamen. And if you didn't know, Macclesfield is known as Treacle Town. I'm wondering whether Treacle Walker will be related to that, and whether it is, because he appears on a Cheshire Moor one day. It's only 160 pages long, and it's a gorgeously crafted novel that blends myth and folklore. And yeah, it's...
I wonder how many of them aren't released yet. Do we know if there's any that aren't released yet?
Then we have The 7 Moons of Maali Almeida by Shehan Karunatilaka, and I have not heard of this book before, but the cover's nice.
It's gorgeous. The cover's gorgeous. Oh, it says, this isn't out yet, actually. No, this isn't out there. Yeah, this is one, isn't it? This one's August 4th, Charlie. I think it says.
We have until August the 4th for The 7 Moons of Maali Almeida, which is 368 pages and is a searing satire set amid the murderous mayhem of Sri Lanka beset by civil war. Maali Almeida, war photographer, gambler and closet gay, was woken up dead in what seems like a celestial visa office. His dismembered body is sinking in the serene Vieira Lake, and he has no idea who killed him. At a time where scores are settled by death squads, suicide bombers and hired goons, the list of suspects is depressingly long, as the ghouls and ghosts with grudges who cluster round can attest. But even in the afterlife, time is running out for Maali. He has 7 moons to try and contact the man and woman he loves most and lead them to a hidden cache of photos that will rock Sri Lanka.
That sounds really good. And obviously last year we had the one, which was the one that was set, I'm trying to find the name of the book, I can't remember. Passage North, A Passage North. Was that set in Sri Lanka as well?
I haven't read
the
it.
Aftermath of, I feel like it was set in the aftermath of the Sri Lankan war. Was it? Am I completely wrong?
I am interested in the whole thing about the Sri Lankan war, though, because as I've mentioned recently, Roma Tern is an author I like, and she often writes about Sri Lanka. Indeed, she mentioned it in her book Brixton Beach. Also, discussions of the afterlife we have had with Lincoln in the Bardo. I didn't care for Lincoln in the Bardo, so I'll be interested to see how this writer has done it. But we also know that I do like conversations about death and the afterlife. So,
and like as well, like the dark sort of twisty folklore-y kind of thing you loved with Build Your House Around Your Body.
I did.
If there's anything kind of,
I do like a bit weird and surreal
and twisty.
Then we have Small Things Like These by Claire Keegan, and you can tell what this book is about because I'm not looking it up. I don't care enough to.
I think it's like, I know it's set in the winter, like sort of Christmas Eve, December time, and it's obviously Claire Keegan is an Irish author, and I think it's a small village and drama, and is it that kind of?
I had no interest.
Fairly certain.
I don't have any interest in this book now.
I'm fairly certain this one would be quite easy to get hold of from the library, actually.
Probably. I've seen it before. I've seen it at the library and I've thought, oh, do I get it? Do I get it? I've never got it because I'm not interested. If it makes it to the shortlist, this is the one that I'll pick up. But currently, unless it's on that shortlist, love, I ain't reading it.
I was going to read this anyway at Christmas time because I love reading seasonal books that are set at seasonal times. So this was going to be like my December read anyway, for sure. So yeah, I will look this.
Then we have Case Study by Graeme, Macrae, Burnet, which we saw mentioned on Fraser's channel yesterday.
Literally last night.
Which was last night, yes. I like the sound.
Did he like it though? I can't remember. My brain is really bad today.
Oh, I thought he liked it.
Yeah, he did.
If he didn't like it, well, I like the sound of it. So, Case Study.
Case Study.
Has a really long blurb and I don't want to read it. Graeme, Macrae, Burnet I have read before and I liked his writing, but wasn't necessarily the fondest of the way that the book ended. But Graeme, Macrae, Burnet has been longlisted, if not shortlisted, for the prize in the past. Case Study, I did like the sound of it. It sounded intriguing, and I will leave a link to Fraser's video in the description so that people can go and they can see what he thought about it.
Fraser's video is the best.
We have The Colony by Audrey Magee. Now, I'm not going to tell people what this book is about. What I'm going to tell people is the struggle I had to get this book. 3 weeks ago, people were talking about this in the Booker Boy book club. And
all the time. Everyone was really excited for it.
Yeah. And so I mentioned it in one of our videos together. And I ordered it from the library because my library had a copy on their shelves. All they had to do was walk from the shelf downstairs, put my name in it, and put it on the reserved shelf.
You literally saw the book, didn't you?
Yes. What happened is my library decided that they were going to go with their long-held vendetta against me. So they've removed An Heir to Murder from their shelves. They've shelved it. No longer exists at their library. This book suddenly disappeared from circulation at their library. Their premises no longer had this book. It was as though it had never been there.
It was a nightmare.
I went on the next Thursday and I looked, and it wasn't there. And I went there last Thursday, and a book that I'm going to be showing in a minute was there. And I went to her and I said, I was told that this book was on the way yesterday, but this was going to be here 2 weeks ago. So can you tell me what's going on? And she says to me, oh, it's been in transit for 2 weeks. It should be here tomorrow. So this morning, I went and I picked it up. 3 weeks I've been waiting for this book. So I tell you something, Charlie, I tell you something. If I don't like this book, I'm going to burn the bloody world down.
You are. I'm going to, with this one, loads of people have said that with The Colony, that it's a really good audiobook. So I'm going to audiobook The Colony.
Yeah, see, that's why we have Charlie on this channel for the kindness. Whereas I'm over here just trying to put an end to the planet.
Yeah, you can put an end to the planet.
So then we have Maps of Our Spectacular Bodies by Maddie Mortimer. And the reason that I was calling Charlie psychic in our reaction to this video, in our reaction to this book, is because we decided to create a list of predictions and we had one space left to fulfill a book a dozen. And we went to our wish list and with a random number generator, it chose Maps of Our Spectacular Bodies. So the universe is telling us that this book would be on the long list, and we listen to the universe, and here it goes.
I did honestly think that, like, with this, loads of people had said about this one, so I kind of did think this was like a strong possibility. And like in terms of like the format, I think it plays around with loads of different things as well, doesn't it? I think so. Well, I'm sure because like someone said about it last night. I was watching. I think it's Mercy's Musings was saying about it's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
It better be good because we've decided that we're going to try and read these books, and we don't want to be.
I hope it's not too depressing because anything to do with cancer and stuff like that, it can go one way or the other, and I don't really want to be put into a reading slump because of a book is too brutal. So
okay, well, we'll leave that one towards the ending of the reading then. Yeah, we'll get to the serious stuff at the end.
Yeah. Oh, the next one that I'm so excited for is Nightcrawling. This is one I brought. I've got it on my copy over here. Shall I run and go and get it?
You can run and get it, yeah.
Well, I'm so excited. I literally have my own copy of it. It's one of the ones I bought when I went with my husband book shopping a few weeks ago, because I just was so excited for this book, regardless whether it was on the list. And to see it appear, I was just like, yeah.
Well, we put it on our wish list. I looked forward to it because Ruth Ozeki mentioned this when she won the Women's Prize, that she was Leila Mottley's mentor. And this was the book that I ended up getting when I went to collect The Colony. This was supposed to be there, but this was there instead, which is fine.
It was like it was meant to be, Charlie.
It's a debut.
Yeah, and it's based upon real life events, and we follow a young girl who is and it's to do with the corrupt police department in America. And it was, yeah, so she obviously, Nightcrawling refers to obviously the sex work, and to do with all like the
I've told you this before.
Yes, I know that you have.
But yeah. Also, you see, I have a bit of, as much as I'm looking forward to Nightcrawling, there is part of me that kind of wishes she wasn't on the long list, because I feel like it's too much pressure to be putting on a young author.
Do you think?
I really do. Like, it's like really great for the author, and I'm really glad that she's ended up being longlisted for this, because we have been looking forward to the book. And Ozeki did kind of hold this up to esteem, but the author's rather young, and
she's in just her, is it early 20s or something? I think 22, 23.
Well, didn't she write in her late teens or something?
She wrote it when she was 17.
So very happy for the author, but also being rather motherly about the entire thing.
Oh, bless you, Charlie.
Being rather
I think it's a great opportunity, though, isn't it? So
no, I think it's a great opportunity, but I also think that it can lend itself to pressure on a young writer. It's one of the reasons that I've said that I don't necessarily like seeing debuts on the Booker Prize, because I do worry about how it will affect them and affect their later writing, because sometimes they can end up in this spiral of having to try and churn out books, and then it doesn't allow them to take the time and have their writing flourish and get better. But we will see.
Hopefully, I think hopefully it's going to be a good one. Well, obviously, I think again Eric did his review literally, is it yesterday or the day before, and it was his review was just completely glowing again. Eric, we're going to give Eric loads of love, but yeah, I'm excited for it. I was excited for it before. I think, like I said, I worked out yesterday when I was watching Eric's video. I think I saw someone comment and they said that it was Russell from Income Paper Blog, and it was his channel I first saw about Nightcrawling, and then I believe it was Matthew Sharappa, and then I think it was Ruth Ozeki. It could Matthew Sharappa and Ruth Ozeki. I don't remember which order it was, but I'm fairly certain Matthew Sharappa had mentioned it before Ruth Ozeki did, actually. But yeah, not that matters. But
and then we have After Sappho, which is told in a series of cascading vignettes featuring a multitude of voices. It's a joyous reimagining of the lives of a brilliant group of feminists, sappists, artists and writers in the late 19th and early 20th century. And this one came out 2 weeks ago. And then we have William. Where are we going to show you this? I don't care where we go. It's William. It's a book I've actually read on the long list.
I haven't read any of these.
I really like Elizabeth Strout's writing. I've talked about this much and more. I talked about it in our anticipated reads video, how I was looking forward to Lucy by the Sea, which is going to be the sequel to this. I know that people don't like sequels being on the Booker long list or the short list, but I will say that in terms of Elizabeth Strout, although they are sequels, you don't necessarily have to have read all of the books to understand what's going on. They're all their own fully told story. It's just that if you read My Name is Lucy Barton after this, you're going to probably get a different idea of who the character of Lucy is when she's in Oh William. I think it's just a case of there are all these different jigsaw pieces of a story that you don't necessarily have to...
Like a village, isn't it? From what different perspectives and stuff like that.
The second book, Anything is Possible, is a series of short stories about the town reacting to My Name is Lucy Barton. I'm just really glad it's on here. I didn't expect it to be on here, but I'm glad.
I'm going to jump in. I know, other than your praise and Emily's praise, and actually I don't think Emily's read the way William, but I think she's read some of the other Elizabeth Strouts. So I'm just going to jump in. Yeah, I'm just going to jump in and at O. William and not be too worried about it. So those are the ones you own. That's
the one. I've got one I've read. I've got 2 that I own, and then 2 from the library.
That's pretty damn good, Charlie.
And I've just.
We're going to say what our personal, like, I don't know, top 5 or top 3 that we're excited for. Do you want to say something like that? What's the ones? Obviously, people will know, but obviously, by saying about it.
Those 3.
Yeah, Glory Trees. I think
Glory Trees and The Colony are the ones that I am looking forward to. And
it'd be Glory Trees and Nightcrawling, I think.
I have 5 to be going on with, so I'm not really.
I'm proper happy with that list. How do you feel about it then, Charlie?
I'm happy with this long list. I can't think of any other way to describe it. I think that we've got a great mixture of stories. We've got fantastical stories. We've got the absurd. We've got tales that are going to be rather not timely. I hate the use of the word timely. They are going to be talking about topics that are a bit in the zeitgeist at the moment. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how you and I rank and rate them.
Yeah, differently. I feel like as well, because looking at it, it kind of looks like a lot about community. There's a lot of books about community, I would say, in there, because obviously small things like these, obviously Nightcrawling is obviously set in the town, like the town, and to do with what's going on in the town. And yeah, I don't know, it'd be interesting. Ooh, it's so exciting. And obviously Treacle Walker, sorry.
I've calmed down slightly now.
Yeah, it's good.
I went back and I just made sure that we had audio and everything, and
cool.
I skipped directly to when O. William.
I was so happy for you.
And I didn't know my face could make such an expression.
That's really sweet.
I'm
so happy because that's like one you really, really love, like genuinely. So
I know. And then as soon as I go online whilst I'm waiting for the video to sort itself out, I just see Eric Carl Anderson say that it's not his favourite, and then else says about Strout's prose, and I'm just there like, now I've got to love it even more because everyone's being mean to it.
No, it doesn't matter though, does it? Because everyone likes different books. We've all got different tastes, so it's okay. Yeah. It's completely okay to, just because what works for one person doesn't work for another, and etc.
Exactly. So I have, since I spoke to you 10 minutes ago, now that there are now only 2 books that I will have to seek out elsewhere. But yes, I am pleased with this long list.
I thought it was going to be more wacky than it is. Do you know what I mean?
I did as well, as I said to you earlier when I saw the judge talk about how there were imagined worlds here.
I'm guessing that refers to, well, I know there are other ones, but obviously the 7 Moons of Maali is obviously a big one.
I'm guessing Glory as well. I'm not mad
at it.
There's
quite a lot of realism in there, isn't there? There's quite a lot of like real world topics, real world.
But also the author of Nightcrawling is 20.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Yes.
She's 20. The previous youngest winner was Eleanor Catton in 2013 at the age of 28.
Really? The youngest previously?
Yeah. And so I can't help that's just kind of, I knew that she was young when she wrote the book. I knew that she was young when the book was accepted for publication. But now finding that she's not even old enough to drink in America yet.
I'm happy for her. I think it's good. This is all good. And I was excited for the book anyway. So this is what we've got to do.
I'm excited for the book. But as I've given my reasons for being somewhat trepidatious about it being included on the long list.
Yeah, that's fair enough. A long list is, we'll see. We'll make our judgments once we've read it. But given how many people, again,
since when have I been known to reserve judgment until I've read a book?
I mean, this is, to be fair, this is what we're all here for, isn't it? We're here for the judgment. We're here for the. This is all about the judgment. how many of our list was on there? Was 2? Was it 2? No,
Oh
3.
yeah, which list are we looking at?
Our actual predictions. We put Glory, the Colony. Oh no, so actually Nightcrawling wasn't on our predictions.
Nightcrawling wasn't on our predictions. We had 3 on our...
It was on the other one.
And we had...
And it had the tree. No, we had
3 on our predictions, and we had 3 on our wish list.
So, really? No, yeah. So Glory, the Colony. No, we had 4. No, Charlie, we had 4 on our predictions. We had 4.
Oh, the trees as well. So Maps
Yes.
Spectacular Bodies, the trees, the Colony, and Glory. So we had 4 on our predictions, and we had 3 on our wish list.
Yes.
So
I don't think you could do much better than that for us.
for us,
We don't know
I
anything.
haven't followed the Booker Prize since 2017. I am doing this for you.
I'm doing it for you.
Lies.
It is not true. I would have done it anyway, and so you would have probably. No, maybe I don't know. You would have done.
Yeah, to be fair,
You would have done. I think you would have done.
we read a few of the long list last year, and this is just us being a bit
No,
more.
I read all of the long list last year.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh well, I wasn't being cruel to me.
Apart from Richard Powers, which I DNF'd.
Do you have any final thoughts on the Booker long list?
My final thoughts are I'm really, really happy for it, the list. I think it's a really good mixture. I feel like there's a lot of interesting themes that look like they're going to be explored, and I just think it looks, I'm happy. And there's no duds that I'm really gutted for. You know what I mean? There's no
I can't say that I had a visible reaction to small things like these.
I'm happy for small
I
things.
haven't read and I know little about, but for whatever reason I saw that and I was like, why? In the break we had to take between recording, I saw that Ruth Ozeki had put her name on a few of these blurbs and had recommended a few of them, which to me now means that I'm just a tiny bit more excited to read some over others. Also, I am glad that a writer from Cheshire who's writing about Cheshire is on the long list. He is the oldest person on the long list at the age of 88.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yes. So you can go and visit his house as well. His is the tale where they moved his entire house brick by brick to another destination, and our writers group a few years back went and visited his house and spoke to him with regards to writing and everything. So yeah, he is a bit of a local legend, and I imagine that my local newspaper will be going rather mental over the fact that
Cool.
Garner.
I love that there's an 88-year-old writer on there. That's brilliant.
So yeah, so
I think that's just as excited as the 20-year-old writer, isn't it? Surely, I think that is.
well, the 88-year-old writer, if his book's not fantastic, then, well, what's he been doing all these years? He's had the time. The other one hasn't.
I said what I said,
As
and
always.
I'm not changing on it, okay? I said what I said. It ain't changing over.
If you wish to follow Charlie, then all links to her channel and certain pieces of social media will be in the description. Even if she doesn't want you to follow her, please do go and subscribe to her channel.
You can follow me on YouTube. Just Instagram, I'm not always the best, being honest, but that's fine.
And also, please do move away from her window. She's fed up of all of the people smudging it with their noses. And if you are interested in any of the books on the book long list, do let us know which ones you're looking forward to. If you have vehemently despised them, you can let me know, but don't tell Charlie. She doesn't need any of that. And yeah, we hope that you got something out of this video. And until next time, that is all. Well, the 88-year-old writer, if his book's not fantastic, then, well, what's he been doing all these years? He's had the time. The other one hasn't.
Richard, no, you can't say that. Bad, John. Naughty. I can't believe you said that. That's why you need me here. Stop you saying stuff like that.
I don't see why. I don't see why that's a bad thing. Oh.
This is what you do.